when I started the blog in around New Year, and this is a very simplistic diagram, there were lots of little pockets of activity, which we'll call the circles. That weren't particularly joined up. Now, people knew about each other, obviously, because it's quite a close-knit community, but there would be people who were outside of certain networks, and getting information across was quite sketchy. Again, simplifying things right down, started the blog and started linking to people, started talking to people, and provided this focal point for which information could be transferred between all these different little groupings, which is great, except now what we have, when we draw this, is quite a top-down system, where you've got Created in Birmingham at the top here, and then coming down from here is all the stuff that's going on. So what people start thinking is, if I need to find out what this person here is doing, I'll go through Created in Birmingham. And this person over here is thinking, well, if I want to get my information out there, I have to submit it to here so it gets indexed, and then everyone else can find out about it, which is fine, but a top-down system isn't ideal. What I think we really need is to have lots of blogs talking to lots of areas of activity, so that one blog isn't covering everything, so they're just covering bits of stuff that's going on, but together this forms what you could call an ecosystem. So this is the where all the work's really going on. And the best way for that to happen is, rather than there to be lots of people like me, is for these people here to be running blogs. So let's a new diagram. So what we end up with is something resembling this. If I thought this through, I would have had some sort of symbol that was halfway between a square and a circle, but you can't square a circle. So what you wind up with is something along these lines, where from any given point you can eventually wind up at any other given point. So even though these two aren't talking to each other, you can find out about them through this one here. And what this means is that it's not dependent on one person to index the whole thing, or to run an events listing for the whole of the city. What you have is everybody's doing the work, but they're all doing a little bit, a manageable amount, say half an hour a day, just putting their stuff online and linking to things that are of interest to them. And together you have this distributed index, this gestalt idea of creative industries and creative activity in Birmingham. That's what I want to encourage. So when I say to people you should be starting a blog, I don't mean they should be trying to replicate what I'm doing with Created in Birmingham and spending all their time scouring the internet for stuff. I just think they should be writing about what they know about, writing about the people they know about, and linking to them, and then letting the network do the hard work and link up everything else. Hope that makes sense, and I hope you can actually see these